All right, let's cut across to our reporters who are joining us from all across Uttar Pradesh. From Ghazipur, I have Abhishek Mishra. Abhishek, 20 minutes to go. What has been the voting percentage till now in the morning? The numbers were quite abysmal. Has it picked up? What is it going to come down to in the last 20 minutes?
Well, absolutely, Preeti. The voting percentage, which looks like is going to be very important this time. But my presence now is in Gorakhpur. I've come to Gorakhpur now. Yes, we were covering in Ghazipur, but Gorakhpur has become very important and crucial. As you know, that CM Yogi Adityanath is contesting from this particular seat. Gorakhpur Urban is the seat, and it's not just about Gorakhpur Sadar. It's about more than 40 seats which are adjoining to the Gorakhpur, be it in Basti, Devariya, Kushinagar, and all those seats, and a clear message by the BJP top leadership that Yogi Adityanath is playing on his work, on his report card, and the top leaders are very confident of the fact that the BJP will be in a comfortable majority after the polling is over and the results will come out. But also it is very important, Preeti, how this election, we have seen a lot of issues surrounding around not only just the Ayodhya, the temple politics, but Gorakhpur, where I am right now, has also become the focal point of the politics in Uttar Pradesh. And as far as you asked about the voting numbers, the voting trends, we do have the data till the 5 p.m. and it looks like that it's going to take further time for the election commission to evaluate, because the voting is still going on and we'll have to wait till 6 p.m. But one thing is very clear, Preeti, in this election, in the last phase, we have been to a lot of constituencies. We were in Ghazipur, we went to Mau as well, and earlier covered all those elections. There is a lot of silent voters, and there is a neck-to-neck fight, because we have seen how the agendas and all these core issues kept on changing with face-to-face. But Gorakhpur and Varanasi, who came at the last two lapses for the elections, clearly give us an indication that the battle is again going to be very interesting and intense between the Samajwadi Party and the BJP. Yes.
Well, what has clearly been a bipolar contest between the Samajwadi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party. Once again, viewers, all eyes at 6 p.m. in the next 20 minutes is the big reveal. It is the king of polls, the only exit poll which everybody awaits, everybody actually believes, everybody watches out for and waits for. We're going to give the numbers of all 5 states, not just Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Manipur, Uttar Pradesh, Goa. 5 states that have gone to polls. We're going to break down the numbers for our viewers right here on Access My India exit polls right here in, once again, let me repeat, in the next 15 minutes. So the curtains coming down to one of the most expansive electoral exercises today. Abhishek Mishra has been tracking this election for the last 40 days. Abhishek, you've gone across each district as phase by phase, starting from the west to the east. Uttar Pradesh has voted, and in the next 15 minutes, all of UP would have voted, sealing the fate of Uttar Pradesh, and possibly Yogi Adityanath, the incumbent, the challenger here, which seemingly is Akhilesh Yadav. Yogi Adityanath seeking a consecutive term. Mind you, till now in Uttar Pradesh, no chief minister since 1970 has got a consecutive term. Yogi Adityanath seeks to break that jinx. Will he be able to? What do the numbers suggest? You'll have to wait for just now, only the next 15 minutes. We're going to get you the numbers right here, but I want to cut across back to my colleague Abhishek, who's joining us. Abhishek, the 7th phase, very important. 54 seats have gone to vote, spread across 9 districts. This is where possibly the permutations, combinations, caste alliances, smaller regional parties, which the Samajwadi Party has tied up with, the BJP has sought alliances with, those will be put to test.
Well, certainly, Preeti, and it is no doubt for the fact that this time we have noticed on the ground that these smaller parties combination are actually playing the role. Each and every seat counts for the BJP and as well as for the Samajwadi Party. And from the start of this election, we have seen how there has been a lot of strategy on the ground as far as, the mandate or the voting trend is concerned. BJP has tried to dent the non-Yadav OBCs and the non-Jatav Dalit who have actually played a very vital pivotal role in their performance in 2017, 2019. But this time, Akhilesh Yadav, for a change, we have seen that he has also tried to accommodate all those backward classes, getting Rajpur on board and getting a significant number as far as all these alliance partners are concerned. There has been a number of the non-OBC, non-Yadav OBCs candidate in Samajwadi Party list as well, and that has made this particular fight more intense in terms of the challenges for both the parties. On the other hand, BSP this time has been very silent. Mayawati has been maintaining throughout that she's not going to do any alliance, and post-alliance possibilities are still, she's not addressing any of those questions, and she's very confident of the fact that her core voter will come back to her and she's going to be in a very significant position, which she claims. On the other hand, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has been on this trail throughout this campaign. She has been talking about Ladki Hoon, Lad Sakti Hoon, giving chance to the women, 40% tickets, coming out with the core agenda, speaking about the farm issues, going to Lakhimpur Kheri, coming back to all those issues which were at the center focal point during these elections. Clearly an indication that this fight indeed become very important for all those political parties. Some of them are looking for a historic and massive victory, but for few, it's going to be a very important fight for their survival. So all these things we have witnessed throughout these 7 phases. The voting trend indeed has not been very much exciting, but there has been some massive voting in some few seats, which could play either way. But one thing is very clear, Preeti, that this time, this election has been very silent. There has been a lot of undercurrent, which the political analysts are saying. But whether it's in the favor of the Saffron Party or it is going back to Akhilesh Yadav or the Samajwadi Party, that remains to be seen. But one thing is very clear. The fight was very intense between both of them, and that is what exactly has been happening throughout these phases in this year, in this elections in 2022. Yeah.
Abhishek, a lot of firsts this time around. You're right, it'll be a historic win both ways, whether it's going to be the challenger or what's emerging clearly right now as the challenger, Akhilesh Yadav, or it's going to be Yogi Adityanath. A lot of firsts for both of them, fighting this election as a state assembly election for the first time. Yogi Adityanath had held the seat of Gorakhpur as an MP since 1998 now. That's 25 years, viewers. This is the first time he was fighting it as an assembly election from Gorakhpur Sadar, which is Gorakhpur Urban. On the other hand, Akhilesh Yadav was an MP from Azamgarh and for the first time entered the assembly election arena by fighting from the seat of Kadhal in district Mainpuri, which is the stronghold of Yadavs. Let's cut across right now to Samarth, my colleague, who just spoke a short while back to none else but Akhilesh Yadav. Samarth, what's the vibe that you picked up from Akhilesh? He's been on the campaign road. It's been a very, very long and tiring road. He's hoping to convert for the Samajwadi Party this time. A lot rests on him. Pretty much a do-or-die battle where Akhilesh is concerned. He needs to win this one election.
See, very clearly it's a do-or-die situation for Akhilesh Yadav, and when we spoke to him, and he seemed very confident, and he even claimed that SP along with the alliance partners will get 300 plus in the 403 assembly seats Uttar Pradesh elections. Though BJP is also claiming about 20 to 50, but at the time around all this, when 7th phase elections are about to get over, Akhilesh is claiming that Purvanchal is going to vote for Samajwadi Party and its alliance partners, which also includes Om Prakash Rajbhar and other leaders as well. So this is what Akhilesh has gone through. When we spoke to him, he was clearly confident. He looked very confident. He was like when we used to go out through his Vijay Rath Yatras, people used to come in lots of numbers. This was the connection Akhilesh had with the people. But now with BJP also being on the same confidence level, as CM Yogi Adityanath has already claimed that we are going to get somewhere around 300, and Akhilesh also claiming we are going to get around 300. So we have to wait for 10th March and for the exit poll, which India Today will reveal in few minutes. But this election from the ground has been a neck-to-neck competition. As earlier we used to predict, like after 3 to 4 phases, like which party is having a strong hold in the state. But now after 7 phases, we are unable to predict that which party is having an edge in the Uttar Pradesh elections. So that is why this Akhilesh versus Yogi competition has become very, very crucial. And yeah, both the leaders, be it Akhilesh or Yogi, both claiming 300. So it's going to, this exit poll is going to be so the needful of the hour for the viewers as well, for the viewers of us as well. But what we are getting from ground, yes, the competition is neck to neck, and we have to wait till March 10.
Well, is it neck to neck? Will it be tight? Will it be hung? Will it be a sweep? And if it will be a sweep, who will it be a sweep for? So many questions there, all of them. All of them will be answered, viewers. And now, like we are counting in the next 15 minutes, you're going to get all the numbers starting 6 p.m. The mother of all polls revealed right here. Access My India exit polls, and you're going to get all the numbers, not just for the state of Uttar Pradesh, but all 5 states, Goa, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Manipur, all of them. You're going to get them at 6 p.m. The only poll worth looking at, and actually the only poll which is awaited, where everyone has its eyes fixed on. I want to cut across right now from Lucknow, the center stage of our politics, where my colleague Samarth Srivastav is reporting, cutting across to Varanasi, where my colleague Aishwarya is joining us. Aishwarya joins us from the constituency of the Prime Minister, Varanasi. She's been reporting through the Varanasi urban seat through the course of the day, standing at the beautiful Lassi Ghat. Well, in the next 10 minutes, the destiny of Uttar Pradesh sealed by the click of that last final button. 403 seats would have voted by 6 p.m. Aishwarya. It's been a long reporting road for all of us. But having said that, any word coming in? What was the last voting percentage recorded?
46%, Preeti, but that is the data that we have till 3 p.m. We are still awaiting fresh numbers, but it looks like the voting percentage in this phase will be around 50 to 55%, which is far less than what all the political parties were expecting. We did see the last push being made, especially from this city, from Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Mulayam Singh, Akhilesh Yadav, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. All of them were in this city. In fact, Mamata Banerjee also flew all the way from Kolkata, came to Varanasi to show her support to Akhilesh Yadav. So this seat is also very, very important. The city, of course, is very important. And as you said, all the eyes are now on the 6 p.m. exit poll. Pretty very difficult to predict at the moment who will win, because there are so many issues. There are issues galore. And every voter has some issue on which he or she has voted. We are all waiting what will happen. But yes, from what I can gather from the ground of my travelling over the past 30 days, the fight is neck to neck. Samajwadi Party is giving a tough fight to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now we'll see what happens in the next 10 minutes. Preeti.
You know, with reporters, it's very, very difficult to predict. As they even say in UP, जहाँ आपकी गाड़ी खड़ी होती है, वहीं पे आपको माहौल पता चलता है. But an exit poll is a scientific exercise. And at 6 p.m., you're going to get you that big reveal. The numbers there, most sought after, most awaited, most watched, right here on India Today, starting 6 p.m. You know, I'd appreciate all our Uttar Pradesh, UP reporters who've been tracking this electoral procession for the last 1 month at least to stay put. I want to cut across to my colleague Manjeet Sehgal, who's joining us from Chandigarh, because the last phase might have ended in Uttar Pradesh, will end in the next 10 minutes. But the single phase polling in Punjab ended on the 20th. It's been a long wait for them to get the numbers of Punjab. Manjeet is joining me right now from Chandigarh. Manjeet, all parties on tenterhooks awaiting the exit poll results.
Yes, indeed, Preeti, because the turnout was very poor. As we compare it to the 2017 election results, it was more than 5% less. So there are many speculations, there are confusion as well. What will be the outcome, as there was no bumper voting. This means that there was no undercurrent for any party like the Aam Aadmi Party. Congress leaders are claiming that the poor turnout means people were not angry with the Congress party. There was no anti-incumbents. So these are the leaders what they are assessing from their own angles. But the results, according to the psephologists, will be very confusing. And as there may not be a clear mandate, the internal assessment of various parties has also made it clear. But all the parties are claiming that they will be forming the government. But as far as the analysts, experts and psephologists are concerned, they are saying that the assembly elections in Punjab may be heading to a confusion. There may not be a clear mandate, but the parties are keeping their fingers crossed and are eagerly waiting for 10th of March when the results will be announced. So results in Punjab this time will depend on various factors, as the contests were multi-cornered. There were 5 cornered contests. There was a 5-year anti-incumbency against the Congress government. Even Shiromani Akali Dal was also carrying a 10-year baggage between 2007 to 2017. So not only Aam Aadmi Party, Congress and other parties, but the challenges were also there for the newly formed parties like the Punjab Lok Congress. Aam Aadmi Party had appealed the people to vote for a change, but in its stronghold, there was also a drop of 5% in voter turnout. So the results may be confusing, and the psephologists and political parties are eagerly waiting for the results.
All right, okay. Appreciate you joining us, Manjeet.